Okay, so I just feel weirder and weirder. I swear to God, I can't even explain how weird I feel. And, I was thinking it's kind of like we formed this Dungeons and Dragons group or something. Like, trying to, you know, um, figure out like what's going on around us and paying attention and stuff. And especially when you see things that other people don't see. So it's, I can't think of the word. The word came to me while I was driving. I was like, "Oh yeah, that is," but now I can't think. I really feel so weird and out of it, and I've got this weird headache. And so I went to the weed store and picked up some stuff, and I got a couple of candies because it's got a lot of CBD in it, and so I was trying to see if that would help with my headache. It did. I had one of them, and then it helped for a little while, but I just came right back. It's like this weird kind of, I don't know. One thing though, so when I went there, now, the girl who works there, she knows I'm a conspiracy theorist kind of person. So I'm always like, beware, be careful. Are you prepared? Like, but I don't care. I'd rather be known like that than just like, da, 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 or, talking about stuff that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So whatever, if that's my legacy, so be it. I would rather that be. And but one thing, there was a customer before me, and they were talking about the crazy drivers, that people are just acting completely crazy. And so I swear to God, I think stuff's gonna start going crazy. I can't even believe how already worked up people are about this whole thing. Like, if people are so divided still, it's so crazy. So crazy, but they use people's stuff, like, but it's the people themselves with their biases, and that is what everybody's going to be shown, is their own biases, the other side of their coin. Like, if you're a coin, you're right, you just see on one side, but when things flip, everybody's going to see both sides. And another thing too, this is what was like really getting me, was like, oh my God, I gotta go home and record, is when I was driving, and I get just Canadian radio stations, and for some reason, whatever has gone on, my phone has stopped. It will go on for a little and start doing my playlist, and they'll just go off. And so I don't know what the hell is going on between this phone and my car. They're not digging each other somehow. So anyways, I have to keep listening to the radio. And the good positive thing is like, I'll hear songs I have never heard. One of my favorite songs right now is some song, and I don't even know the words because it's all in French, but I love it. And it was my like warm up one for my playlist video, the one to do all of the, making your chi bigger and stuff. I just really, really like it. And, but so today I heard the DJ, they always think they're trying to be so funny. And yeah, it must have been the morning time. The morning DJs are just, oh God, they're so cringe to me. And so these two girls are going back and forth about, the whole thing was talking about sex and orgasms without saying certain words. That was annoying. And then, the other one, oh my, I can't even believe how sex is pushed on everybody, pushed on kids. But it's ridiculous. But the other one that they were talking about, they started talking about Rebel Wilson, that she just had a baby. And so then they said, yeah, she had a surrogate. And then it was, her and her partner. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know what her sexual, agenda or whatever. I don't know what she was before. I mean, it's like, I have no idea, what she was. To me, she was just like the kind of chubby comedian and blonde girl who was really cute and really funny. And, she just had a certain personality type. But I didn't know, like, if she's like dating any of those guys. Like, Melissa McCarthy's married to that one guy who she's in movies with all the time. He's always in movies with her. And so, anyways, I didn't know Rebel's thing, but I just thought I was totally suspect when all of a sudden, right before that Netflix movie comes out, where she gets like, oh, it's our big break, because she's always playing a side character. So this was gonna be like her big leading role. I think they use that and hang it over people to control them or something. Like, man, I swear to God, I watch movies all the time with unknown people. Is just kind of my thing. Like, I've always liked Lifetime movies and old movies and, mystery. Not, I just am not a more current kind of movie person. And so what was I gonna say? Something about the people. I don't even know. I've got the worst fucking headache. So Rebel, anyways, when she, all of a sudden, oh, yeah, when I see these people, like this happens all the time, and I'll see them, and it is like I see a whole bunch more information about them. Like I see a bunch of stuff about them. And then, I don't know, there's a lot of people who will do a lot of things for money or attention or whatever, And so, I don't know. Just for how obvious so much stuff is now, for there to be these people or kids or whatever just so desperate and there's a lot of talented ones. That's the sad thing, is that all these talented people don't get an opportunity to really go out and do what it is they want to do because of the corruption. You gotta go through the sewage in order to get to the fresh water. And that is what we're kind of just doing as a collective, as humanity, is it's all we gotta get through the sewage so we can get to the fresh water. But anyways, there's just, when I'll see people, I'll just think, like, especially girls, that just kind of desperate to be seen, and then willing to just take their clothes off. And I just can hear, it's like I can hear the manager or the like the people who, it's their handlers or something. Like I hear what is being said to them or something. Like, it's weird. Hold on. But now all of a sudden, we need to know that she's a lesbian and she's having a surrogate child. It just was like, oh my gosh, they do this all the time. And so then they give her this movie, which they probably had whatever stuff. Like, she gets a certain amount of following. So they know she has, please stop. She has some sort of influence over people. And so then they have to get a hold of that influence. So then they put pressure on them. And it can be, I think, like a gentle pressure at first. But then there could be more pressure and more pressure. I think to the point, like, they don't care, depending on what they want from you. They've got no problem with killing people. They don't care. They'll just do whatever if they want something. So, but I think that there is, so she, because it seems like the same thing with Adele. I don't understand how all of a sudden when they just lose weight, I'm totally suspicious of that. When they just lose weight and they look so different, and then all of a sudden there's all these things that change. It's like, isn't that just so, doesn't that just work out so well for these people? Because I think if you don't go along with what they tell you, they'll just, get rid of you and put in a replacement. And then they've always got the agenda, and they're always pushing this, like, have somebody else have your kid. Like, they want that so bad because it leads right into them controlling all of procreation. They're in control. And that's what they've been wanting to do the whole time, is just, create this other being. Like, They've gone through stages of wanting to create superhumans and all that stuff, but I think that they are, I don't know, they're mad scientists. I think that they just, it's whoever thinks of whatever. Like they want to make money off of medicine, then let's do this. They want to wipe everybody out real quick. Well, let's do this. So you want to do that? Like, I think they're just kind of like do whatever. And then it's dependent on who's in charge, and they're a bunch of, fickle maniacs. So I think, you know, I just, when I see some of the people now going in, it just is like, oh my gosh, how do you, like, how bad do you want this? Like, all these people, like, just holding on and holding on to this freaking fake world. And people are going to go crazy over this freaking election, man. They're going to go crazy. They're going to start burning shit down. And right now is the temperatures and stuff are so whacked out. It is so freaking cold here. And I am going through my woods so fast. It's like, God, come on, people. You're going to have to hurry up and win this thing and get us to some sort of normalness. But I don't know. It could be shitty through the whole winter. Like, it is so hard to know, especially the way things have drug out. Like, this whole winter could really just really drag and really be cold. And I'll have to, start getting so much on the wood heat because it's so much more, it just warms the room. And it seems like I think it's so much better for arthritis and stuff in this fake artificial air. And it doesn't keep the room warm. And it has to come on all the time. It's got this totally loud kind of humming, squealing noise that it does. And that's all part of the wiring to cause disruption to us because you can't sit and relax. And I've told you before, I've totally noticed how an airplane will go over, which we hardly have any planes going over right now, which is weird. But a plane would go over and that thing would start up. Like the signals pass and cross each other and motivate each other or something. I don't know. I just think there's so much weird stuff. And the sun, like, oh my God, the amount that they are out there spraying. Oh, I couldn't even believe it. And all the videos that I keep showing people how they're going crazy to cover it. And then how they have it cranked up. It was burning my eyes so bad. And every time, and I kept trying to look over because I wanted to see if I could see the planet because it was like out in the open. But they have it just so covered and they have it like cranked up. Like if you look at it, it just shoots your eyes. It's got to be some sort of UV current or something. And probably some people's eyes aren't sensitive, but I think most people are looking down at their phones rather than looking up at the sky. And so there is that, oh my God, it kind of blinds you for a second even. And then that thing is so cranked up, but it is so freaking cold. And even down south where my one daughter, where the two daughters, the pregnant ones live, my one daughter just, because she wanted me to come over. And I was like, well, we'll have to watch the pass. I got to wait till after I get paid. And if the pass is okay, yeah, I'll try it. And the pass is already bad. The passes keep getting closed already. And that was already kind of being threatened to us last year because the lady, who wanted to do the Food Alliance, she was already telling me that was Inslee's plan, was to close the pass and cut us off from all evacuations. That's probably one of the reasons why it got into my radar, where I started paying attention, because it was repeated to me so many times since I've been here. Please stop. It was repeated to me so many times since I got here about evacuation routes. And I have never in my life, anywhere I've lived, have I ever even thought about evacuation routes. And then I moved in, and then somebody was telling me, and then somebody else was telling me that was a problem with the houses being put in. And then somebody else, it got brought up. And then the other day over at the fire station, this is over the time while I've been living here. And then over at the fire station, how it says that. I feel like all the signs are telling me we're going to be evacuated, but there's nowhere to go. All it's going to do is be a clog. And then you're out in the road in your car and trying to get away, whatever they're coming at you, you're stuck. It's going to be a total illusion that you can get away, especially if you have to head towards Seattle and the water's coming in that way. If it's going to be some water thing, there's no way you could get up through Seattle, and everybody would be trying to get out. And we're already backed up. The only way would be to go towards Canada, and Canada's already showed they don't give a shit about anybody. That guy, he's just killing everybody's. The leadership there is just as rotten as the leadership here. It's just as rotten everywhere, and don't give a shit. So I'm sure if something goes down, they're not going to be like opening their borders, letting us cross. The only way to go is to go up, and they've already got the snow going, so it's going to be closed off. Like they're purposely getting us like in a little pocketed area, kind of, you know. And then as soon as I've been paying attention, I can see that. So I don't even know if we have to get evacuated. I hope whatever is going to go down is just going to fucking hurry up and go. And when I kept trying to look and see if I could see a planet, there was no way that you could see anything. And then with this frigid cold temperatures, it's just like heartbreaking for the homeless. Like, it is so freaking cold. And I knew they were going to do that. I knew they were going to kill. And then they're going to turn the power off. And then, people who aren't prepared or have no way to stay warm in their homes. I've got that tent, because you can put a tent up in your house, in your living room, and it will like get its own heat kind of going in there. So I'd bring my tent in for sure. And then, just try and stay there. Another thing I was thinking about, because my house is small and stuff, and I was thinking, it's funny, because really, if you think about in your house, how much area do you really live in? Like, it's really not that much. Like, I don't think everybody's living in all the rooms of their house equally. I think that there's a lot of space that you take up that is very confined. Like, this whole illusion that we need so much space, that is just a part of the consumerism, because then the more space you have, the more you have to fill it with stuff. And they've got so much stuff. And it's a whole weird thing now. I've never been to an IKEA, but IKEA is some sort of trap store. Like, once you go in, you can't get out. You have to go through the whole entire store. There's some sort of a thing that they're always trying to get you to buy stuff, and all their stuff is all particle board, probably all built in China, kind of just garbage stuff. But then they make it like, oh, that's cool. You just put it together like this or whatever. I don't know why people are all into that. I'm into real wood furniture, like older stuff. I'm into craftsmanship and not this garbage that just comes off of a manufacturing thing. So, I bet the weather is going crazy. And my daughter, the one, I don't think she's had her baby yet. Nobody's heard. So, she's already over. But man, with all this shit going down and stuff, like, oh my God. This is really, really super intense to me. Like, all of this stuff and not knowing what's about to happen next. And, it could be anything. But, it was really, really cool, because I decided I wasn't going to go all the way into town to get to get groceries. I started like, well, how much would I really be saving if I went? Like, so I thought, I'm going to write it down. How much would I pay here and how much would I pay there? And so I started doing that. I was like, oh my God, there's barely really that much difference. And I should really support more local. That's how you get more local markets, is, you go and pay the money to have them there instead of driving past them to go into town, especially with the price of gas. So I went, and it was like a gift from the universe. I couldn't even believe it. All this stuff that I was going there to get was all marked way down. Like, I was getting all this baked stuff for baking, and like everything was marked down, like the brown sugar, powdered sugar, all like 99 cents. The white sugar was like I think it was two for $5, and then 2 bags of flour, 2 for $4. Like, I couldn't even believe all the stuff. Butter, the same thing. So I think probably for like Thanksgiving sales, so I just like hit it totally, luckily. Well, I mean, everything is so on purpose. Like, I was really being pushed to go to the market and get this stuff. I don't know. I've gotten prepared so many times. And then plus, if the power goes out, like I'm not going to be baking. I guess I can try open over fire baking or something. I don't know. You know, it's just so crazy because there's just no way to know any of this stuff, whatever's going to go down. But man, the way that they are using freezing temperatures and cold and wet and stuff, and then it keeps having this wind that keeps coming in, and you know, I know it's going all over the place too. I've seen horrible storms down by Texas, everywhere. And I guess I'm going to try and go live just to kind of, you know, I don't know, just to give some good words. I've been making these little videos of my account is under account warning, you know, and leaving my, because now I got a handle on my YouTube. They said that I was approved for that at Kelly Hart. So you can just put at Kelly Hart and it's supposed to pull me up on YouTube. So I don't know. But so I've been making these little like videos, just having fun with it, you know, with all their account warnings. And I made this one, and they are not letting anyone see it. It's so weird when they hold these certain videos back. It's so weird. And so they're holding that one back. So then I made it again, and it seems like they're holding it back. But anyways, you know, I don't even know. Like, even if I go live, they may just know, they may put me somewhere where nobody's even going to see me. So I'm going to try and see, and then just, I don't know, try and get people to focus their energy and not get caught up in, you know, thinking that they're losing something. Is the whole thing is about the awakening. It isn't. There is, people think that they're losing something. It's because you keep trying to get something that's not there. It's all an illusion. You're trying to hold on to something that's not there, you know. And once you see through it, you see it's not there. And then you see all these people trying to hold on to it. And, you know, they're all frustrated and stuff. It was all fake. None of it was real. And so it's got to keep exposing itself. Like, that is the awakening. It's like the universe is showing. That's the hand of God. It is, everything is being revealed. All of the corruption, all of the, you know, our role in this place, in this world. And I saw this, maybe it was that kid's dream or something. Maybe it was something I saw on the TV. But it just really made me think again about, like, when I was talking about, like, we're a bubble in the ocean. In that bubble is everything, is all the water around it, and it's just all these different bubbles. And it is depending on, like, the frequency and the vibration, how dense and how high and stuff. And so anyways, just the way that kid was saying that, and then going out of the bubble and into the water, and then being in there with all the whales and stuff, which I think that would be so cool, because the whales are, I think, advanced beings as well. You know, humans think they're so advanced, but look at how they act. They're dependent, they are violent, they're victims. Like, they have a lot of things to work through, or we have a lot of things to work through in order to advance as beings. And so all this stuff is being, it's like handing us this opportunity, handing us the drawing board to start over. But so many people, they just are like, they just want to go back to how it was, you know? So all this stuff has to keep going and going, you know, more and more absurd, more and more shit just going wrong and blowing up in people's faces until they all come to the, and it could be that it's just, you know, so many are going to hang on right to the very end. And some, apparently from that kid's dream, if his dream is accurate, some are going to go down with the ship. I think I said that a few times about, you know, if you're holding on, you're holding on to something that you're going to go down with this ship. You're holding on to something that's not even there. It is like, I don't know. It's just crazy, but people can't see what they can't see. And just the awakening is just a slow process. But that too, again, because how it goes so slow, then it seems hard to believe that there's going to be this big rush where, nobody's going to have time to do any healing or anything. So I still think that has got to be more like around 25 or 27. Maybe it is that we're going to start witnessing this planet coming. Maybe once, there's this change in leadership and the banks go down and all that stuff, they're going to start explaining to us what's going on in the sky and giving people the time to prepare. Because everything that would be preparing would be spiritual. Because as long as you are consciously aware that you can't be killed, then nothing can happen that can kill you. And so that is, right now we're just kind of like on these contracts or something. But like it's going to change from that. I don't know how, because you have an expiration date, but everything is changing. So I don't know that. I think some people came in with one for now, but I think some people came in and it's way far away. Like it's a long ways until their expiration date. And it can even go into this whole thing about not ever even needing one until you decide. So there isn't, it's all, I don't know, it's all going to go together. All of these things, all these advancements and stuff, it's all going to go together. So I don't know, I just got to keep watching what goes on. But I think I will, it would seem like there was something else on the trip besides I just thought, man, that rebel thing. There's just so many things that just keep showing. There's there's just no way. There's no way. All these people, all of them are gay. All of them just need surrogates. Like, why isn't your partner? Why neither of you, the two women in the relationship, and neither of you can carry a baby? You're not just taking one because they told you here's your, and right now too, they keep pushing like all these other people like Charlene Theron and Madonna, all these people who have done the same thing, had to have these surrogate babies or adopted babies, and now they're pushing these pictures. You want to see these kids all grown up. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's all just being exposed to us personally. So, there was another thing though, it seemed like I wanted to say. I know it was about the sun and the clouds and the food thing. That was like, man, especially when I've been seeing all these videos where I saw a video the other day where a girl went and got two things, everybody goes in, it was like half and half in eggs or something. It was $20. And I think she was in New York. So some people are just getting gouged, man. I think I got like 6 bags and it was $160. But still, I had a lot of stuff. 2 orange juices, 4 butters, 2 flours, 2 sugars, all different, like a powdered sugar, light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, 3 packages of chocolate chips. So I got a lot of stuff. And there was some chicken marked down. Yeah, that's another thing. If you go to those markets that are out further, they get stuff and then people bypass them and don't shop, and then they mark stuff down. So I got Stella some chicken. So anyways, I feel like I'm having a good day. So I'm going to try and do that, go live, but I'm not going to do my whole thing that I was going to do, especially with this fucking headache. Man, I know it's something about I just know they're doing something. I don't know. Everything is just too weird. It's just everything is so weird. My eyes are killing me. So, but I think I will try and go live and just, do what I do, and talk and try and get people to focus on what is real and quit trying to hold on to what's not real and quit getting frustrated. People are getting themselves so worked up over stuff that is unnecessary. So anyways, I try and go do some little talk like that. But I think TikTok is, to wake up and have all of this bullshit, they do not want us to be talking about anything positive. I think that they want people to just become distraught this weekend and start killing each other. They want civil war to break out. And they'll be trying to instigate it. You watch. They will start some instigation. They're already, I'm sure, setting it up. They've probably been putting pallets of bricks out and dropping guns and ammo in places. Like, it's evil. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about those couple of things. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.